Welcome back to another DIY Thai street food tour of Old Bangkok. As you can probably tell by the giant swing behind me, we're in one of my favorite areas in the whole of Bangkok, Pranakon. And on the menu today, we'll be focusing on stew. So the first stop is going to be an unbelievable Hainanese mutton stew. We're also going to be getting some crispy pork, unique noodle soup. And then we're going to be heading round to another Thai Chinese institution for some braised beef tongue soup. Let's go. Right, so as you'll know if you've been following me for any length of time, you'll know how much I love this area of Pranakon. I've done a few videos, a few of these DIY street food tours, because if you're new here, my idea behind them is to give you somewhere to eat, somewhere authentic, and somewhere local to eat wherever you are in Bangkok, especially in Old Bangkok and Thonburi. Of course, I've got to plug my food tours. I do food tours, but you can easily do these yourself, no problem. The reason I love this area so much is because it's just retained its charm. There are very touristy areas here, but this part that we're in is kind of like a little no man's land in between sort of Khao San Road, the Grand Palace, Chinatown, and we're kind of in the middle. So even when there are loads of tourists here, which there aren't at the moment, still retains its like old city charm. And honestly, some of the best, most accessible, easy to get to restaurants in the whole of Bangkok. So I got off at Sam Yod MRT station, which is on the new MRT line. I say new, it's been open a couple of years, but it wasn't really open last time tourists were here, so it's new if you've just got here, put it that way. From there, it's about a 15-minute walk. Like I say, I love walking around this old town. I walked past Hai So Khao Geng and said hello. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out up there or down there. I've passed so many of my favorite street food stalls on the way up here, but this noodle place may just top the lot. We're on Tanon Mahanop for some Hainanese noodles. This is stop one. So here we are. The shop is called Ko Lun, and it's on the corner of Soi Mahanop Song, so Soi Mahanop 2. And I promise you guys, if you like crispy pork and you take anything I say about food even semi-seriously, you will come down here and try this for yourself. Soup. แปะ Okay. เอา1 จานนะครับ แล้วก็ก๋วยเตี๋ยวไหหลำหมูกรอบไหหลำใช่ตอนนั้นเอาน้ำข้นมีน้ำข้นกับน้ำใสให้ดูค่ะนี่จ้าเอาหมูกรอบใช่ไหมใช่ครับเอาคุยซุปหรือว่าสเต็กซุปอะไรอร่อยที่สุดนะอะไรอร่อยที่สุดอันนี้ is best seller อันนี้ขายดีโอเคครับหมูตุ๋นหมูกรอบตุ๋นหมูกรอบโอเคครับผม and แพะโอเคครับครับผมน้ำดื่มไหม water เอาครับเอาคนนึงนะโอเคคนหนึ่งนี่ก๋วยเตี๋ยวไหหลำน้ำข้นโอเคครับโอเคครับ this is the governor, this is the boss สวัสดีครับสวัสดีครับครับลูกชายลูกชายเหรอใช่ครับจริงนะครับครับขอบคุณมากครับ Okay, so the shop's called Kuay teow hailum Ko Lun, if I've said that correctly. Really nice family. In fact, because I haven't been here for like 2 years, or 2 or 3 years probably, I've just seen the son of the owner. The owner recognised me, the son didn't recognise me. Last time I saw him, he was a lot smaller. Now he's shot up and he's really tall. He's been helping me out, speaks good English, so come down here, you can have no problem at all. But let me show you exactly what I've ordered. So we've got some dried, shredded galangal, and we're going to put that on top of the kuay teow nam khon, and I'll tell you what we've got in here in a sec. All right, so we've got some crispy pork. I mean, I might just start a channel just for crispy pork. I mean, this is unreal. Look at this. So crispy. Look at the fat running through that. Okay, we've also got Mutton. So we've got some stewed pork as well. So we've got Mutton, a thick gravy, which I saw her preparing a little bit earlier, with sesame seeds. It's a soy sauce based soup with sesame seeds. We've got some pak dong, some pickled mustard greens. And then we've got these teow hailum, which are the Hainanese wide, sort of thick round rice noodles. Sort of remind me a little bit of the noodles you get in our bun bot huay in Vietnam, or like udon noodles in Japan. Yeah, this looks unbelievable. We've got some spring onions, some coriander, and you can just see those sesame seeds that are going to add some texture, some crunch, and flavour. All right, so onto the soup. I'm not saying that properly, but it's mutton soup, so it's goat soup, not to be confused with English mutton, which is sheep. So we've got those tender, fat pieces of stewed mutton, and then we've got bean curd sheets, and again, all in a thick, albeit not as thick, dark Chinese soup. We've also got some skin, some mutton skin. Look at that, some more fat stewed pieces. This looks unreal. Okay, we've got some nam jim. Looks a bit like nam jim seafood, but I don't know what it is. Sweet, sour, and spicy. And then we've got some, I don't know, nam pi kapi, nam jim kapi. I don't know if you can hear that crunch, but that is some of the lightest, crispiest, crunchiest pork I've ever had. This gives Five Sisters a run for its money. Look at this. I mean, that is just pure skin. That's not even like, it's not even got any pork attached to it. It's just pure pork fat. That's even better than I remember. And it's got those sesame seeds stuck to it. So you're getting like even more crunch, but also flavour from the toasted white sesame seeds, that nga cow. Let me try some of the pork dipped in these sauces. Right, so I'm going to try the crispy pork in the nam jim kapi first. Yeah. The shrimp paste one, perfect. I think shrimp paste, chilies, sugar, maybe a little bit lime juice. Now into the sweet, sour one. It's a bit like the sauce you get with stewed duck. It's very, very sour, slightly sweet, garlic, loads of garlic, chili, vinegar, and sugar. Nice. Cuts through the fat of that pork perfectly. All right, let me try and get a little bit of everything, because I want to explain to you exactly what's in this soup. All right, so try and get some of the stewed pork, some of the noodles. I'm not going to be able to do this like Thai style and put it onto my spoon, because it's just it's just too big, the chunks. They are absolutely incredible. For someone who eats noodle soup on a daily basis, when I can find something a little bit different, like this teow hailum, it's absolute heaven for me. These are, as I said, like reminiscent of bun bot huay noodles, or maybe udon noodles, but I've never been to Japan, so I've only had udon noodles in like other countries. But they're handmade here, tam eng, and they're very, very bouncy, and they retain their bites. They're quite al dente, as they'd say in Italy. Incredible. So the soup is spiked with 5 spice. I've got cinnamon, star anise, cloves, maybe some fennel in there. You've got that sour pickled mustard greens, the spring onion, The mustard greens are really sour, which I love. The soup's been thickened with rice flour, so it's quite gloopy. And then you've got the sesame seeds, you've got the crispy pork, you've got the soft stewed pork, you've got the soft winter melon, and then you've got that crispy, crunchy meat. This is absolutely insane. Saying that, for me, it probably could do with a little bit of chili. So I'm going to stick in some pick bon and a little bit of the capi. Right, so yeah, this shrimp paste, I'm going to get a dollop of that in. And then we're also going to put in a nice amount of the dried chili. Right, give that a mix up. Someone left me a comment yesterday saying I eat too much chili. I don't think I do. Right, yeah, colour of that now. Woo! Yes, we're on. So with the shrimp paste, it's sharp, it's a lot saltier because of the shrimp paste. You've got that sort of very savoury, shrimpy flavour coming through. And obviously I like the spice from the chili I put in. But I'll be honest with you, I probably would have kept that just to a dip with the crispy pork. I preferred it without the shrimp paste in, actually. There's chili vinegar there, I should have just put that in. Well, even so, one of the most unique dishes I've had in Bangkok. All right, next up, we're going to get onto this soup or mutton soup. Now, last time I was in here, I was waffling on about how a mutton was an old sheep and how it's got a really lamby flavour. But as people pointed out, and I knew straight away afterwards, mutton in Southeast Asia is goat meat. So, Gary, you're an idiot. Oh my God. That is ridiculous. The mutton, the goat, is super tender. It's a very clean soup. I was expecting it to be like, maybe a little bit thicker, but I remember it being a little bit thicker, but I'm probably thinking about these noodles. Very interesting dish. The tofu sheets are a nice touch. They're kind of like sponging up all the flavour of the soup. Very good. I'd probably get it next time with the hailum noodles as well, because the noodles are really good. They're definitely the star of the show here. For me, they make the noodles every day fresh, they make the soup every day fresh, they make the crispy pork every day fresh, they make all the dips every day fresh. I'm gonna have to call it a day here before I get too full up, because we've still got beef tongue soup to eat around the corner. If you come down here, and I will stick directions, opening times, prices, and all that good stuff in the description box below, don't forget to try the nam sai as well, which is the standard pork noodle soup, which is, again, is really good. I'd just get everything. Just come in here and order everything on the menu. Right, let's pay up and get to our next stop. Okay, bye-bye. Come on, God. Bye-bye, okay? Come down and see them for yourselves. Yes. Bye-bye. Aloy mak. Kopong cup. Bye-bye, cup. Kopong cup. Right, so we're looking for the, I don't know how to say it in Thai, it might be sup lin wua, but probably not. So someone can correct me, or I'll just ask the guy in a sec how badly I'm saying that. So they've got English menus as well. They're really famous for the, with their tom yum soup in here, but we're gonna get this one. What I should be getting is the tap mo with crispy garlic. That's exactly what I should be getting, but they are very famous for their tom yum in here as well. So. But I don't have room for this. I'm so full after those noodles. What else they got? stuff they got. It's a proper like Thai Chinese restaurant. But I think, guys, honestly, no need for Thai in here because the owner speaks very good English. Yes. Yeah, he speaks perfect English, so no need. Could I try the cow tongue soup? Lin. Setulin. Yes. Setulin. Yes. Okay. Lin bua. Cow. Okay. ขอบคุณครับอย่างเดียวนะ Alright, so they've been here since 2509, which is 1966, and that's their menu. Look, everything's 10 baht and 15 baht. It's the original menu. Okay, so this doesn't, at first glance, does it look very Thai? I mean, we've got peas, we've got sugar snap peas, Ko Lun, I think they're called. Tomatoes, onions, and that beef tongue, all in like a tomatoey gravy. So this actually looks like English food from 1950, but we will see. All right, so I've spoken to the owner, and he is third generation. This shop's been here for 85 years, and he told me the reason that this looks like an English stew because it's actually American Chinese fusion. His granddad used to live in a Ayutthaya where the soldiers were stationed, and he got friends with some American soldiers, and they came back to study and they kept in touch, and then they showed him some American food. So they actually showed him a steak salad. So it's a soup stew hybrid. Right, and a little bit of English stew calls for a bit of a Rantip white pepper. There is other pepper brands, of course, in Thailand, and I'm not sponsored by Rantip. It is probably my favourite. This just looks like something my nan would have made. I love it. All right, so I'm really interested to see how this tastes. So I'm going to try it with just the sauce. Right. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's like the sauce base tastes like radna. There's definitely some soy sauce, and then whatever's making this red, I'm pretty sure is ketchup. But it's not like an overpowering weird taste. It's a bit like sweet and sour, but it's not that sweet. It's quite nice. It's like a radna with ketchup. Right, I'm gonna try the tongue. Wow. The tongue is super soft. I wonder if they do this beef in any other dishes. This is really good. Right, the peas are like reconstituted dry peas, I think. A bit like marrow fat peas, or peas out of a tin. They might be out of a tin, actually. It's like really good prison food. Very pleasantly surprised with this. Right, so let me show you exactly how soft this beef is. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, so I know not all of you are going to want to eat beef tongue, but trust me, just don't tell yourself it's tongue, and it's absolutely delicious. It's better than most steaks that I've eaten in Thailand. I would like to get this dish, or I would like to get this tongue in another dish, like a stir-fried dish or a curry or something like that. So if you want me to come back and try some more dishes on the menu, like I said, the tom yum here is absolutely like ridiculous. So I'll come back and try that on camera if you want. For now, my battery is about to die, so I hope you enjoyed this little street food tour of Old Bangkok. If there's anywhere else you want me to go, remember, if you are a member, you can send me anywhere you want. Remember, if you're a member, So please get onto my community page and do that. Start suggesting where you want me to go, where you want me to see, and where you want me to eat, and I will get that done for you. All right, I've waffled on enough for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you again in the next one.